Hey guys, my name's Asher. I am a top player in the builder base with the best finish at number 4 in the world, and today I'm going to be showing you how to attack as a builder hall 8. And at the end of the video, I am going to be attacking a maxed out builder hall 9 as a builder hall 8 and swagging 4 troops against it. So if you want to figure out how to do that, make sure you watch this video to the end. I'm going to try and teach you to the best of my ability. But before we get into that, also make sure you're using code AJ in the shop. It would mean a whole lot to me and help support me. There are a lot of cool little offers here, so if you're going to pick any of those up, make sure you're using code AJ. I would appreciate it. But with that out of the way, let me show you guys what is, in my opinion, the best strategy at Builder Hall 8. Here we go. We are into our first base here, and what I'm going to be teaching you guys how to use are my favorite troop, the cannon carts. We're going to be using 4 cannon carts and 2 camps of archers, and the reason we're using cannon carts is because there is no lava launcher on this base. That is so huge because the Builder Hall 8 doesn't have the lava launcher. That means you can outrange the base super easily, and I want to show you exactly how. So first we're looking for what defenses can outrange the cannon carts, and that is going to be the archer tower, the giant cannon, another archer tower, and the multi-mortar. We need to get down all of those buildings before we can put our cannon carts further into the base. And what are we going to do that? Of course, you see I have 2 camps of archers for each building on this base. You only need to use 2 archers to take it all the way down, so that's what we're going to do. But before we do any of that, first step is putting down the battlecopter, and I'm going to put him right here on the giant cannon and the archer tower. Now, of course, you're not always going to get those huge value placements, but on this base, considering that we did, you want to use it to try and get the most value down for the cannon carts, and we are going to be doing that super easily right there. You always want to make sure you're getting at least one of the big defenses down with the battlecopter, but since I can get 2 here, I'm going to be taking that opportunity. Now you've seen I place down all my cannon carts just around the base, and the reason I did that is so I can clear out the buildings in front of the defenses that I'm trying to get down, and that'll make it so that the archers are just going to run straight in there. We only used 1 archer on this archer tower. It's going to take it down. Usually you'll need 2, but since there was no defense protecting the archer tower, we only needed 1 there. And look how we use our archers. 1 archer testing for traps. There's the other archer. Some people will put traps by the archer tower / giant cannons when they're on the edge like that. All you got to do is make sure you're using your archers smartly. You do not want to just be setting them in to die. And if you use 2 archers and they hit a giant bomb, both of them will die. But anyway, look at the base here. We still have 5 archers left, and now the battlecopter is just going in there getting some extra value for me. We don't even need him to do any more work because these cannon carts can outrange every single defense left on the base, and that is exactly what they're about to do. So let's send this next cannon cart into the firecracker, and look. There's no defense left on the base. There's not a single defense left on the base. We have 5 archers. We're taking down the guard post unit. The battlecopter just now died. We're going to pause those cannon carts so they don't run into any traps. And look how beautiful this first stage was. We took down the entire base. We didn't need to use any of our extra archers. We didn't need to even lose a cannon cart. Our battlecopter got so much value, and this is just showing you how easy the cannon carts can be. It does take a little practice, but once you get the hang of them, you should be doing super well. So we're on to the second stage here. And what I'm going to do with our reinforcement unit, we're just going to be testing for Teslas, right? You might be wondering why. Well, Teslas are going to absolutely ruin your attack if you do not find them. They're going to hit your cannon carts, and that is not what you want to happen. So we took out all the corner buildings, and now we have found 1 Tesla, another Tesla. We're going to use the cannon carts onto those Teslas. And I don't remember if Builder Hall 8 has 2 or 3 Teslas, but it looks like there's a 3rd one. And now with those all out of the way, we're just going to place down our cannon carts around the base. We don't really need to worry about anything else here. We do not need the battle machine. We do not need really anything because we have 4 cannon carts. We don't even need those archers. I'm just trying to show you guys how good these cannon carts can be. We have just taken down the entire base with 4 cannon carts and 3 archers and the battlecopter. We do not need to use a single other troop right now. We have 1 cannon cart still ready to rumble. We're just going to wait to put him down until we take down the rest of these cannons. But this base is crushed. This base is crushed, and that is just showing you, for 1, you need to test for Teslas, and 2, you need to try this strategy because, guys, this got absolutely obliterated. This guy didn't stand a chance, and by this guy, I, of course, mean my mini account. I don't know why I called him this guy, but look at that. This base is gone, so I guess we could just swag all of our troops at this point because we clearly do not need to use more. Let's go just let all of our cannon carts loose, take down all the zappies just like that. Now we can pause every single one of the cannon carts. We're just doing this for swag. I'm being honest, I'm doing this for the thumbnail. And now, just like that, and go. Beautiful. easily taken out. We didn't need any of those troops, but we still used them just to prove a point. But of course, there's not always going to be an easy approach to these bases. Sometimes the giant cannon is going to be right in the middle of the base, the archer tower is not going to be reachable with archers, and the multi-mortar is just on his own. What are we going to do here? How do we take this base down? Well, we need to remember what defenses do we absolutely need to get down. We need to get down an archer tower, a giant cannon, and a multi-mortar, and that is everything. So our next step is, how do we get those? Well, let's go think, where do we get the most battlecopter value? We could get him to take down the archer tower, you know, kind of good. We could get him to take down the multi-mortar and damage up the giant cannon, a little bit better, but you are not thinking outside of the box here. So what we're going to really actually do is first start in a cannon cart by the archer tower. Fun fact about cannon carts, they can reach over 2 tile gaps a lot like this. We do find a Tesla. I didn't know that was there. I'm going to be so honest with you guys. I thought I was being really smart here, but it doesn't matter. We do still take that down. Now we're going to take down both the firecrackers. And wow, I really thought I was going to show you guys something magical, and then I found a Tesla. I got to start looking at these bases before I attack them. But anyway, we have just taken down the multi-mortar. We have found a Tesla apparently, and now we just have to get down this archer tower. How are we going to do that? Well, since we found one Tesla, we are going to test for another one. And there is no Tesla there, which means we're going to send in the cannon cart to go straight for the archer tower. It can out DPS the archer tower and take it down. You do not need to use anything else. And now look at that, we've taken down 2 of the big defenses, and now that remains is just this giant cannon. And now we're going to send in the battlecopter to go take out the giant cannon. We already cleared out everything else. We didn't even need to use the one archer that we used. But again, just showing you guys how strong this can be. This base got absolutely demolished. We didn't really need to do a whole lot. We still have all of our cannon carts alive, although one is definitely more healthy than the other. And then let's go, maybe we'll use an archer onto the barbarian to help them take it down a little quicker. Since we already used one archer, no point in trying to swag one. And there we go. So looking really solid here. I'm pretty sure we get this base down. We definitely took a lot more damage to the cannon carts, but that is to be expected when you are dealing with a more anti-cannon cart base. And there we go. So a lot of what's going to happen here is you just need to look at the base and not overthink it. You just need to focus on the 3 defenses you need to take down. And when you get down all those defenses, you are so home free. We're absolutely wiped out this base, and now we're going to get to the next stage. So next stage, we have some more archer towers all the way onto the inside. We didn't use our whole camp of archers. We still have 2 other archers to use too. And all we got to do is not think about, oh, this base looks hard. We can think about, how can I take this down the most easily? So again, bringing in the barbarians to test for these cannon carts. Since we have so many cannon carts left over, oh, okay, found a Tesla. Since we have so many cannon carts left over, it doesn't really matter that we do not have a lot of reinforcement camps at this level, because we're just taking down the whole base before it really even matters. So we're just using these barbarians to take out some trash and test. For those of you guys who don't know, you can outrange any building that is next to an archer tower. The only time you can't outrange an archer tower is if you're like a little closer to it. This is not the closest you can get, but this is pretty close to the closest you can get to an archer tower. And yeah, we still haven't deployed one cannon cart. And all we're going to do is just easily take down these archer towers. We just put one archer there, boom. And then, you know, honestly, do we just send in another cannon cart all the way over here? Okay. We're going to use 3 archers to try. We need to swag. We need to swag. We cannot lose a single cannon cart. I'm sorry. And we found our last Tesla. We definitely shouldn't have put that cannon cart into the range of a cannon. But it doesn't matter, guys. Look at what we have left. We still have every single cannon cart. This base is going to get 6-starred. We don't even need the battle machine. We're still going to use it. Again, you should never try and swag the battle machine. I know it's really fun. I know it's really cool. But I have time failed so many times. Because I'll be like, oh, I can swag, and then boom. It turns out I can't. It turns out I just lose. But oh wait, I'm not even using them. We're just going to use them to defend for the cannon carts against the Tesla. Boom. Oh, we just lost a cannon cart, and now we're not even defending with a Tesla. But it doesn't matter. This base was absolutely crushed. And I'm just showing you guys how easily these cannon carts can be abused at Builder Hall 8 when there is no lava launcher. You have to try this. Now, as you guys pointed out, you're not always going to be going up against fairly matched opponents. And today, I'm going to go try and take down this maxed Builder Hall 9 as a Builder Hall 8 with the cannon carts. A lot of you might be a little bit scared to do this. Look at how scary all these defenses look, but you just got to not think about it that hard. Instead, you just have to break it down simply. Where are the defenses I need to get down? That is going to be an archer tower, a lava launcher, another archer tower, and one last archer tower. So for defenses, how do we get them down? What I'm thinking we're going to do is look at this compartment. We could easily take down the Archer Tower and the Lava Launcher with the Battlecopter if there were no air bombs there. If only there were a way to take out the air bombs. Oh wait, there is. Let me show you. First step, we're going to use the cannon cart to go clear out those buildings. Use one up here. We got to be thinking about time now that we're up against a higher level opponent. You can't take your sweet time like you may have been able to in the past. You gotta just let these cannon carts cook and cook fast. So, wow, that rhymed. I feel like Dr. Seuss. Sorry, that's off topic. Anyway, let's go. Just keep taking down all of these defenses. Once we can, we just have to clear out all the buildings here. Luckily, we have a cannon cart doing just that for us up at the very top. Let's go. Pause him now. Using the cannon carts into the cannon mode is definitely a little bit scary. You do need to practice it a little bit. But now we're going to go start taking down the air bombs. Let's start in the Battlecopter onto the Archer Tower. And now we just have to somehow take down this last army camp. We should be able to outrange it perfectly. We're going to go use 2 more archers. And again, I want you guys to pay attention how I place these archers. 1, no bombs. There goes the next one. You need to be testing for these bombs, because if you guys are running into bombs with your cannon carts, oh my goodness, your day's over. If you run into bombs even with just the archers, your day's over. Your days will end if you do not test for those traps. So you need to be testing for those traps to your very best ability, and that is exactly what I've done here. We're fighting the guard post units. That is why my cannon cart is not in the mortar mode, and now we're going to start moving in everything, and it is now kind of just a race against time. Can we do this? Cannon carts, you definitely need to get a good grasp on your time management. For going up against other Builder Hall 8s, I think it's going to be probably the best strategy. For going up against Builder Hall 9s like this, it might be a little bit more difficult, but all you got to do is just practice, practice, and practice some more. So there we go. We're taking down the Mega Tesla. We do still have 4 cannon carts remaining and an archer remaining. And perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's just keep this going. We have 15 seconds. We have 4 cannon carts. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. And that should be all we needed for the first stage. So now, the second stage. Okay, well, the second stage should be pretty easy. Obviously, we do need to test for the Teslas, but what we're going to do for that is not use the Barbarians this time. We're going to use the Archers, and watch me go. So, first off, we're going to use 1 Archer right over here, because that is where we think the Teslas would be. We do not find one, which is slightly unfortunate. Then we're going to use another archer right here. We do not find one. Uh-oh. Am I going to find a single Tesla here? I don't know if I will. All right. I'm a little worried now. That is kind of cause for concern, but we're not going to overthink about that. We're just going to try and figure out where all the Teslas are. Could have sworn they were somewhere around there. That's where I thought they would be. We do still have 3 cannon carts alive. Why don't we go start off the archers? Let's go see if there are any push traps around here. Okay, good. Good. Why don't we go use 1 more archer to make sure we're getting down that giant cannon. We do still have a lot of force still alive on the base here. Okay, look at those archers getting absolutely bowled out of existence, but that doesn't matter. We're just going to keep using our cannon carts smartly, using the battle machine to tank for the multi-mortar and to find those Teslas. There they are. I knew they were around here somewhere, and that is exactly where I wanted to find them. We're going to go see. I think we should be able to 1v1 that Tesla, right? Or am I just crazy? I might be crazy. No. We take down the Tesla. That was definitely a little bit riskier than it should have been. But, you know what? I got to show you guys all the tricks, and that is one of them. To take down those Teslas, usually you just have to keep the cannon cart into the cannon mode, and that'll do the trick. This base is definitely going to be a little trickier than I would have hoped for. But, again, I'm not holding back. I got to show you guys how you really have to attack, and how to attack is sometimes you're taking some risks, and it doesn't matter. Even up against a Builder Hall 9 as a Builder Hall 8, this is a completely maxed Builder Hall 9. We crush it with 4 cannon carts remaining. That's crazy. So I hope I helped you guys out a little bit trying to figure out how to attack as a Builder Hall 8. The cannon carts are so strong up against other Builder Hall 8s. Up against Builder Hall 9s you need a little bit more practice, but once you learn them, you're crushing them. You're absolutely destroying them. And I'm up against maxed bases. Not every base you're going to go against is going to be maxed like this. But if you guys have any questions, make sure to please join my Discord and ask them. I will answer them to the best of my ability. And if you also want any base links, I do have a few Builder Hall 9, Builder Hall 8, maybe Builder Hall 7 base links for you guys in my Discord. So you got to go check that out in the description. But with that all out of the way, I hope you guys enjoyed. See ya.